Now, we were talking about the fact that it's been a lovely hot week earlier, and one of the things that happens when the weather gets nice is people start looking nice.
They start wearing less things.
Start wearing less things. And suddenly, the opposite sexes, or sometimes the same sexes, start staring at each other in a new and exciting way. I don't know if this happens to you. I mean, I think it happens to men most often. That's a generalization, though. But, you find yourself responding to certain primal urges and seeking a mate and checking out that mate and making sure that they would be a nice mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
All right, mate.
Exactly that.
You look nice, mate.
Look at your shorts. They're very short, mate. Is there any way... would you like to mate?
There's no beating about the business there.
No. I thought that's what we were doing. We were going to be direct about it.
All right.
You sent it in that direction.
Keep talking.
But anyway, the thing is that I don't do any of that anymore because I'm married.
No.
So since I got married, I stopped looking at women, and in that way, I don't do it. And, in fact, the sight of an attractive woman makes me physically sick.
It's men now.
Yeah, it's mainly good-looking men.
Because that's allowed.
Yeah, that's fine.
People often have a sort of, sexual orientation switcheroo mid-marriage. Once they've got the family in place.
Do they often?
Changed my mind. Sorry, love. Switcheroo.
Yes, that is a thing that happens to some men, but that's not currently happening to me. I don't look at anyone in that way anymore because I don't have those urges. I'm very, very satisfied and happy with my beautiful wife. But in the olden days I'm talking about, before all that, there were times when I'd be in the car, for example, I'd be in the passenger seat, and maybe my lady pal would be driving at that point, and I would be looking out of the window and I would maybe see a beautiful woman walking along, and I would want to, have a quick inspection of her. Am I making this sound
are you licensed?
sufficiently creepy?
Are you licensed to inspect?
Well, no, that's the thing. You're not really licensed to inspect, and so you have to go through various bits of subterfuge and theatre in order to disguise the fact. But, so you don't want to get busted looking, is what I'm saying. Have you ever been in this position?
Yeah, sure.
And have you got any techniques, is what I'm driving at?
I see. To look... Well, one good technique is if you spot an attractive person approaching, kind of jump ahead, figure out what their path of approach will be, and sort of anticipate the spot that they will occupy in about 15 seconds by looking at something beyond it. Oh! Look at the price on those TVs. Oh, that woman's walked in front of the TVs. There she goes, a rude woman. Look at her. Anyway, back to the TVs.
That's a good one. Rude woman. Look at her.
What a rude bottom.
Look at that rude woman.
What a rude.
I use a similar technique sometimes and say, look at the way she's dressed.
That's nearly you're turning into your dad.
Yeah,
man.
but then...
That's what your dad used to do when we would take him to Ibiza. Beautiful eyes. No, extraordinary eyes. Lend me the binoculars.
He was nakedly lustful in an inappropriate way.
Yeah, but he's still using sort of fake points of attraction.
I don't think there was anything fake about his points of attraction.
Well, he would say eyes.
He was photographing. He was photographing the points of attraction in Ibiza, as far as I can remember.
It can be dangerous as well when you're driving, can't it?
Yeah, well, I'm saying I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh, I see.
The lady pal is driving.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but sometimes one can nearly have a little fender bender.
Sure. Well, when they get sexy ads like big bill posters, the accident rate goes up around those.
Does
adverts.
it?
Yes. The Hello Boys bra adverts back in the day caused a lot of accidents.
Is that true?
I think it is. Yeah.
Really?
Statistically, it's true.
For women, there's a problem with men's pants, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Well, with the low-slung jeans in the summer, and one can often get a lot of male pant.
And it gets them very hot, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I think it must be unattractive for them.
Oh, right.
As a man, I find it quite, unattractive, especially when you're cycling, and the person in front of you hasn't really hiked their trousers up, and you can get quite a lot of hairy crack on display.
Yeah. You're not really allowed to say that.
Of course I am.
On a Saturday
Of course
morning.
I am. It's fine.
He's talking about the drug.
No, the gap between the buttocks. It's a healthy family area.
I know what you're talking about. It's a fun family area.
Building. Everyone's got to get used to it.
Of course they do.
It's one of Britain's, national points of interest.
My other technique, which is a little bit similar to your trajectory technique,
Yes.
is to stare out of the window at said attractive person, and then carry on staring afterwards as if I'm looking at buildings and architecture.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
So this is sort of quite highfalutin technique.
Yeah, yeah. So if I get busted, who are you staring at? Oh, I'm just looking at those buildings. The architecture around here is interesting to me. Look at it. It's very good. Anyway, so I'll carry on staring for like way after. Are you looking at that woman? Oh, no, he's not. He's not. He's looking at the buildings because the woman's gone now and we're just passing buildings.
Adam, you were talking about methodology for looking at ladies in the street.
Ogle Fun.
Ogle Fun, if you're with a friend...
Ian Ogle Fun.
Yeah, Ian Ogle Fun?
Yeah.
So if you're... And this is when you're with maybe your lady partner or your man partner, and a sexy person comes along.
You don't want to get busted looking at the sexy person.
Yeah, and these are techniques for pulling that off.
Mm-hmm. And for what I was saying earlier on that, sometimes I pretend I'm just looking at buildings.
And some of you clever listeners have sent us in your techniques for doing this. Here's a text we got from Will. On the train, looking at attractive gents is easy using the reflection from the windows. They just think you're looking at the view. Do you ever do that?
All the time.
And then it can be terrifying when their heads turn, and they look at you in the reflection.
Bongo!
Because you're double caught.
The reflected ogle. Delightful. Ian Ogle Fun.
Here's one from an anonymous texter. My method isn't to avoid the issue, but to tackle it full on, with a sense of overt masculine conviction. Yeah, I was looking at her bottom. And what?
What?
Thus having a certain degree of control in the relationship.
That's no good.
Success rate is 50-50.
I've actually... I think I've tried that, and it went down very badly. I mean, I wasn't bullish.
It's worth a
about
try.
it.
It's worth a try.
Yeah.
Here is one from Stephen Kirkham. The key to avoiding summer problems is a good pair of sunglasses, but not just any pair. They need to be mirrored, so that your eyes cannot be seen through the lenses, and wrap around, so that even someone side onto you can't see what you're looking at.
Or a Poke-mobile.
That's just creepy.
With smoky glass. Just a big...
Yes. Or what about an umbrella with a sheet over it and eye holes punched in it? So you're just walking... Because then you can get quite close. And if you put some feather dusters through it, then you can actually sidle up to someone and tickle them.
Or what about wearing just one of those big, giant character costumes?
This is getting quite unsettling.
Walking around. That's what they do at Disneyland, isn't it? They're all just staring.
Hey.
Goofy's having a bit of Ian Ogle Fun.
Here's one from Stephen Hall. I do a combination of the trajectory anticipation and the carry-on staring. But if I think I've been rumbled, I do a preemptive strike by saying something derogatory to my fiancée about the lady that's passing by. Example, ugh, why is she dressed like that at this time of the day? It's a bad example to young girls.
That's exactly what I do.
That's good, that's clever, crafty.
That's a good one. Look at her. Well, our daughter is certainly not going to be showing off quite so much midriff and booby section.
Midriff? It sounds like a department store.
Midriff and booby section
in a way it is.
Will be closing in 10 minutes. So please make your way.
Oh dear. Listen, here's another one from Eric in Bournemouth.
Exit.
When I get caught looking at an attractive lady person, before they say anything, I immediately ask them if they have a sister called Sue who went to college in Dublin in 2006, because she looks like her and we used to be great friends.
That
I think it works. Eric in Bournemouth. No, that's good.
That's just a naked, come on, chat-up line.
Yeah, so, and...
It's ridiculous, though. You'd get instantly busted.
And finally, here's a brilliant tactical approach from Ibrahim Shah. He says, one of my favourite techniques to surreptitiously observe an attractive member of the opposite sex is to stand near them, openly stare slack-jawed, and let the drool flow freely. This deceives them into thinking there's something else wrong with me. They never suspect a thing. That's it. End of story. Case closed.